Hello everybody, I wanted to make a video about a subject that's very dear to me and is becoming more and more dear to me as each day passes, and that is angels. Um, I am fully embracing who I am now, and part and parcel of that is working with the angels and really communicating with them and really having them as part of my life. Um, a lot of people, I think, are still a bit confused about angels. They're certainly more prevalent in the media, more prevalent in society than they used to be. Um, Certainly, they used to just be part of religion. You think about the Catholic Church and in the Bible, then, of course, spirituality became more prevalent rather than religion. And since then, angels have taken on a different meaning and a different understanding, I feel. You know, people understand that it's not just about the Bible, it's not just about Christianity, that anybody is able to connect with them. And that's important, you know. You don't have to have religious beliefs to connect with the angels. They are here for each and every person. What are angels? Well, the word angel comes from the Greek word angelos, which means messenger. And they are messengers between God, um, the divine, the source, the spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, between that and us. They are here to help bring happiness and peace to the world. And they understand that the best way to do that is to help each person one at a time. Because if you create happiness and peace within one person, they will then spread that out to other people. So rather than creating a global epidemic of peace, if you like, they do it on an individual basis. They are beings of light, so that they don't have a specific gender, but they do tend to appear to people according to the traits they inhabit. So if you have an angel who is very masculine in his traits, you know, things like strength and protection and courage, then it may appear to be more masculine in energy. Whereas an angel who is very nurturing and caring and gentle will appear more feminine in energy. But angels are asexual, they are energy, they are beings of light that actually have a gender. Angels will also appear to people according to what each person is comfortable with. So if, like most people, you imagine an angel is somebody who has wings and a halo and long robes on, that's what you will get. But of course, angels are formless. Don't have bodies like we do. So they can appear however you are comfortable with. And you will find that people in different cultures will see angels differently. Yeah. Angels typically have not had a human incarnation, a human life. Um, they are a higher energy, but they understand the trials and tribulations of life, whereas God or the Spirit may not in the same kind of way. Because in God's eyes, we are already all happy, all healthy, all perfect, because that's what our original spirit is. So the angels will understand who we are and the trials of life, and to help us through these so that we can overcome them to be happier. Um, Working with the angels, welcoming them into your life is not complicated, or you don't need any kind of, you know, very complicated ritual that you have to undertake. You don't have to go into a church or any other kind of religious building. You simply can speak to them as you would do your friends or your family. You can speak to them aloud, like I am talking to you now, or you can talk to them inside your head silently if you're worried what people will think, or you can even write it down. And you don't have to have any special words, you don't have to have any special prayers, you just talk to them. Um, And of course, the other thing that you will notice is that the more you connect with them, the more that you are aware of signs that they send you, that they are with you and helping you. So angel signs typically are very common things like white feathers is the one that most people think of. If you find white feathers of any shape or size, especially if they're somewhere where you wouldn't expect them to be, that is a lovely little sign from your angels that they are with you. You can also have angel clouds, so that clouds up in the sky will form an angel shape, or feathers or wings is another sign that they are talking to you. Finding money, coins out the blue again is a nice sign. Rainbows are always, I love rainbows. They're so magical, and to have a rainbow is a really positive, magical sign for you. Rainbows tend to appear to people like that who are going through a very difficult time. Hearing a piece of music or an overheard conversation which is appropriate for the things that you are going through is another angelic sign. As is, when you turn on the television or you look through a book or a magazine and suddenly you find a message, the thing that you were looking for, a piece of advice or words that really just jump out at you, and you realise that, oh my goodness, this so applies to the things that I'm going through right now. So the angels, they're always giving us little signs here and there. And once you tune in, if you like, once you become more aware of that, then your awareness of those signs also increases. I've had lots of different things happening to me personally, from finding a 20 pence piece on my son's bed that I know categorically was not there before. Categorically, I know it wasn't there before. I've had birds literally walk up to my feet with no fear whatsoever. And, animals have different meanings as well spiritually. So if you get, say, a butterfly, then it's looking at embracing change and transformation. If you get a blackbird, it's looking at connecting with source, connecting with the divine, and higher knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So, and all this stuff is available out there. If you want to look at it further, Google has a lot of answers. So the angels are not some, scary or unattainable or strangers that we can't communicate with. They are there for everybody. Angels, everybody has one, at least one, if not two, that are assigned to them from the moment of their birth. Their guardian angels, and their angels will walk with them throughout their whole life. They will be there to help them and to guide them through, because that's kind of the main point of all this, is that the angels offer support, guidance and love, and they are here to help us if you ask them. We are all born with free will. It's a universal law that we can do what we want. I mean, obviously that can be dependent on where you live in the world, but we are born with free will. And so because of that, the angels cannot help you unless you ask them to. Even if they really, really want to, they will not help you unless you ask them, unless your life is in danger and it's not your time to go. There's been lots of stories about, miraculous life-saving events where angels have stepped in to help people. But typically, if you need help or guidance, then you have to call on the angels and ask them for help. And then they will help you. And really wonderful, miraculous things can happen if you ask them to help you. Your angels are always with you. They're not some magical up in the sky thing, They walk behind you, they walk with you. The human race is limited on the things that we can see, the things that we can hear. Our senses are quite limited. If you think that you can't see infrared, you can't see ultraviolet, our hearing we can only hear in a certain pitch. We can't hear very high pitched noises like dogs can. And yet, just because we can't see or hear these things does not mean they are not there. You know, it was not so long ago that people thought the world was genuinely flat, and if they went to the horizon, they would fall off. And that was accepted as common knowledge. And yet now we know that that's not the case. People genuinely thought the earth was the center of the universe and that the sun went round the earth. We now know that's not true. So just because, you know, angels and divine beings are not, you know, common knowledge and commonly accepted does not mean they are not there. Does not mean that they don't want to help you, because they do. So, you know, welcoming them into your life and asking them for help and being aware of the signs, if you start to really introduce that into your life and see what happens, you know, to be open-minded, to have no expectations, but to go into it with an open mind and to see what happens. And you will be surprised. I certainly have been. And each day I really welcome them. I really connect with them, and it's been a real blessing. It's a real joy. So I welcome you to do the same. My next video I will talk about the archangels, which are very powerful beings who oversee. They have an arcing over big areas in our life, but I will talk more about that on the next video. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know and I'll do my best to help you. But angel blessings to you all, lots of love and light, and I'll speak to you soon.